Good afternoon and welcome. Please remain standing for the singing of O Canada. Please be seated. Thank you to Mr. Fong and the students who have joined us today and taking up their time for playing for the ceremony. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Phil Santamero. I'm one of the assistant heads here at Crestwood Preparatory College. I will be your MC today. I would like to welcome you all to Crestwood's grade 12 graduating class 2019. Today is a day to focus on our graduates. Having you come up on this stage, get your diploma, pose, and have your pictures taken by your loved ones. The people who helped you to get to this point in your life through support and faith in you and in your journey. I want to congratulate you, your parents, your relatives, and your teachers this evening. Today marks 13 years of hard work and determination about reaching this goal. About late evenings, studying for tests, doing assignments, arguing at home about getting work done, doing work in cars, buses, in the gym, or at the rink. All of that has paid off. But all of that has also been a result of the support you've received. your parents, your friends, your relatives, and the teachers. At this time, I'd like our graduates to stand up and show their appreciation to all those who have supported them in this journey. I'd also like to welcome those around the world who are watching as we're live streaming this graduation. Those of you who can also see the stream afterwards and get a video of the ceremony. At this time, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker this evening, Mr. Corey Shermer. Corey graduated from Crestwood 10 years ago. I can't believe it was 10 years ago. And had the privilege of delivering the valedictorian address to the class of '09. And while at Crestwood, he was a member of various sports teams, including hockey, basketball, volleyball, and softball. He was also president of the athletic council, and he was Crestwood's very first mascot. He introduced Rory to the school. Right? Corey was involved in everything at the school. He was a hardworking student, willing to lend a hand to anyone who needed it, and was respected by both his peers and the staff. He was and is everything that we want in a Crestwood student. After graduating from Crestwood, Corey went to attend the University of Western Ontario for his Bachelor in Medical Science, then completed his master's degree in bioengineering at the University of Toronto. Currently, he is beginning his last year of medical school at U of T and hopes to preserve further training in orthopedics. Please welcome Corey to share his thoughts with us.
Thank you for the introduction, Mr. Santamero. Very kind words. Good afternoon, honored faculty, parents, families, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2019. My name is Corey Shermer, and just over 10 short years ago, I was sitting in the exact same seats you are sitting in today, wearing the same gowns and feeling a sense of excitement and uncertainty as to what my future holds, as I am sure many of you are feeling today. When Mr. Santamero approached me to address the class of 2019 on my 10-year anniversary of graduating high school, I could not have been more honored. I had the opportunity to reflect on the 10 years I spent at Crestwood, as well as the 10 years to follow. Spending a third of my life here, I recognized how much of an impact Crestwood had on making me the person I am today. I continue to look back on the lessons learned during high school and apply them to my daily life, and I encourage you all to do the same. When sitting down to write this speech, I thought to myself, where do I begin? I remembered in grade 9 and 10 with Mr. John, being taught to start every speech with a joke or a hook. I look back to my speeches from that time and realized my big hook in grade 9 was singing and dancing a Michael Jackson song. Then I thought today is not about me, it's about all of you. I am here not to show off my dancing skills, but to share my story and impart words of wisdom to you on the day that you are graduating and moving on in life. Look at everyone here today, wearing their robes and looking amazing. Usually, when you're wearing your robe at 5 p.m. on a Thursday, it just means you've given up and you're going to try again tomorrow. But today is different. Today, your robe symbolizes success, triumph, and the beginning of a new chapter. Mr. Santamero told me this speech should include 3 things. Number 1, the path I took to get to where I am today. Number 2, things I had wished someone told me when I was graduating. And thirdly, lots of great stuff about him. So Mr. S, you asked for it. When I was a student at Crestwood, I enjoyed participating on as many sports teams as possible. If only Mr. Tanev hadn't given away my starting goalie job to Jordan Bennington, I could only imagine that it was me lifting the Stanley Cup this past week. At Crestwood, I had a reputation of being very injury prone. I remember before one of our playoff games, Mr. Santamero pulled me aside and said, "I don't want you coming off the court without blood or bones sticking out." Well, the joke was on you, as I took your words literally, and in the last minute of play, took a flying elbow to the face. One of several lacerations and concussions I suffered while at Crestwood. I tell this story for a reason though. The grit, determination, and passion Mr. Santamero was hoping to get out of me that day is the same grit, determination, and passion that is needed to succeed in the real world. To this day, I still say to myself, blood or bones, in moments that I feel defeated or knocked down. It is a reminder to keep going and to never give up. After graduating high school, I went on to start my undergraduate degree at the University of Toronto, only to end up at the University of Western Ontario a year later. During university, I continued to play all the sports I enjoyed the most: hockey, basketball, volleyball. and I continued my reputation of being fragile. And 2 torn ACLs, a torn labrum, multiple concussions, 3 knee surgeries, and a shoulder surgery later, I am proud to say that I am still able to stand up in front of you today. I bring this up to demonstrate how everything happens for a reason. It was through these injuries and subsequent surgeries that I eventually met my grad school supervisor, who encouraged me to complete my master's degree. On one hand, I was devastated about having to undergo multiple surgeries. However, it opened up a door for me that was otherwise non-existent, and has helped me to achieve my goal of going to medical school and becoming a doctor. My medical school class is comprised of 260 students, and every individual has a different story or journey on how they got to where they are today. My journey was long and winding. However, I finally got in after years of trying. In fact, I was rejected by over 150 medical schools throughout North America before U of T gave me a chance. Blood or bones, I kept telling myself over the years. It was this rejection that gave me the motivation to keep trying and improving myself, and in my admission interview, I said that I wanted to prove all the doubters wrong if I was given a chance. For those of you who have ever been told that you're not smart enough, not tall enough, or not talented enough, turn that rejection into motivation. In the real world, there are no participation medals. Rejection and failure are a part of life, but it is important to take those moments and turn them into positives. Use it to better yourself. As you move through the next chapter in your life, you will experience victories and hardships. But in those hardships, always remember to keep your head up, and you will achieve your goals and dreams. Remember, blood or bones. Last week, I was working in a clinic and witnessed an interaction between a 75-year-old patient, for this we'll call him Bob, and my staff at his annual checkup. Conversation went something like this. "Everything is fine," said the doctor. "You're doing okay for your age." "For my age?" questioned Bob. "I'm only 75. Do you think I'll make it to 80? "Well," said the doctor, "do you drink or smoke?" "No," Bob replied. "Do you eat meat or sweets?" "No," said Bob. "I'm very careful about what I eat." "How about your activities? Do you engage in thrilling behaviors like speeding or skiing?" "No," said Bob, taken aback. "I would never engage in dangerous activities." "Well," said the doctor after a long pause, "then why in the world would you want to live to 80? With that being said, don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to fail. Do not live with regrets. Step outside your comfort zone and do not feel like you have to conform to what others think is the norm. It is these risks that make life exciting and provide opportunities that you may not have thought possible. For example, as Mr. Santamero pointed out, I was the first ever Crestwood mascot. At first, this seemed like an odd hobby to pursue, and my parents were like, "What?" However, I loved playing the role and spent the year following high school as U of T's mascot. It was through this that I was scouted and invited to audition to be Ace, the Toronto Blue Jays mascot. If I hadn't stepped out of my comfort zone at the time, I would not be able to say that I suited up as the Jays mascot. There's no one correct path in life. When opportunities arise, do not be afraid to challenge yourself and rise to the occasion. Now is the time to learn about yourself, explore the world, and meet new people. My master's supervisor used to tell me that there are 2 types of people in this world: those who do and those who think before they do. In the years to come, think about what you want to do. Think about what you want to say, and think about how you want to make a difference. Be a leader, not a follower. Watch those around you, ahead of you, and learn from them. Don't just listen to what they have to say, but watch what they do, and try to emulate only the best qualities into your life. You will continue to grow as a person and learn more about yourself in the years to come. And when you look back in 10 years, you may be a completely different person. However, it is important to know that all your experiences and all the people you met along the way helped shape you in one way or another. I always joke that I peaked as an individual in high school. I was younger, better looking, well rested, had 2 functional knees, and was 50 pounds lighter. In reality, I feel as though I've yet to peak and continue to learn from those around me, gaining knowledge and skills to help me improve as a person. I have bought into the idea of lifelong learning, and I hope all of you will do the same. You're not going to get very far in life based on what you already know. You're going to advance in life by what you're going to learn once you leave here. You are the future, and we are counting on you to make a difference. Bono, the lead singer of the band U2, once said, "The world is more malleable than you think, and it's waiting for you to hammer it into shape." I will leave you with this story. There were 2 young fish swimming along, and they happened to meet an older fish swimming the other way, who nods at them and says, "Morning, boys, how's the water?" 2 young fish swim on for a bit, and then eventually one of them looks over at the other and goes, "What the hell is water?" We often forget or take for granted the most obvious things around us. It is difficult to stay aware of what's happening in the world, especially when you're too busy dealing with the monologue going on in your head. This is what you will learn in the years to come. You will learn how to think and how to exercise some control over your thoughts and what is important to pay attention to. Keep in mind, success is getting what you want, but happiness is wanting what you get. Congratulations, class of 2019, you did it.
Thank you, Corey. Parents, at this time I'd like to call upon your attention to the seats here at the front of the gym on the far side that are reserved for photos. They're there for you to come up during the ceremony, take photos of your son or daughter, and then please return back to your seat so that others can have a view and get a photo as well. I will now call upon specific faculty members to present Subject Achievement Awards for academic achievement. Our first set of awards will be for the arts. For the arts, we're presenting 3 different awards, one for dramatic arts, one for instrumental music, and one for visual arts. The Arts Award goes to the individuals who have produced exemplary body of work and demonstrated a dedication towards excellence in their artistic performance. To present the Dramatic Arts Award, I call upon Mrs. Begano. And the recipient of this award is Eleanor Shamali. To present the Music Award, I call upon Mr. Fong. The recipient of the Music Award is Jennifer Wong. The Visual Arts Award was presented by Ms. Belanger. And this year's winner, Yi Chen Zhang. Mr. Johnstone will present the Business Award. This award goes to the individual with the highest achievement in 2 of accounting, international business, and business leadership. This year's recipient, Sally Lee. The English Award goes to the individual with the highest achievement in 2 of core English, English literature, and writer's craft. To present this award, Ms. Young. And this year's recipient, Georgia Gardner. The Health and Physical Education Award goes to the individual with the highest achievement in Health and Physical Education grade 11 or 12 and Exercise Science 12. This year's winner, unfortunately, is not with us for us, but fortunately for her, Sofia Zulich. She is in the University of Denver now after receiving a scholarship for basketball and academics. And she's starting actually next week for classes. So congratulations to her. Mr. Masters will present the Humanities Award. And this award goes to the individual with the highest achievement in two of challenge and change, philosophy, politics, economics, and law. This year's recipient, Georgia Gardner. The Languages Award will be presented by Madame Doherty. And this award goes to the individual with the highest achievement in either Spanish 12 or French 12. This year we couldn't decide between the two of them because both of these individuals ended up with 100% in their course. So congratulations to Eleanor Shamali and Will Charles. The Mathematics Award presented by Ms. Lee. This award goes to the individual with highest achievement in two of calculus and vectors, data management, and advanced functions. And this year's recipient, Claire Jean. The Science Award goes to the individual with the highest achievement in two of biology, chemistry, physics, and earth and space science. To present this award, Dr. Parrish. And this year's recipient, Maggie Ma. Present the Technology Award, Mr. Johnstone. This award goes to the individual with the highest achievement in Computer Science 12, and the 2018-19 winner, Alex Wong. And our final Subject Achievement Award is our World Studies Award, be presented by Mr. Masters. It goes to the individual with the highest achievement in two of classical civilizations, world history, or world issues. This year's recipient, Eleanor Shamali. A valedictorian is a graduating student chosen to address his or her peers at graduation. This person should be exemplary in many ways. He or she should be a high achiever, involved in school life, one who gets along well with both staff and fellow students, and is truly representative of his or her peers, someone the graduates would want to speak for them and to them. In grade 12, both the staff and students vote to select the valedictorian, and I'm pleased to present this honor to this year's recipient, Georgia Gardner.
Before I begin, I want to tell you about my favorite children's story, Winnie the Pooh. The story of an anthropomorphic, honey-loving teddy bear and his ragtag group of animal pals. Wandering Crestwood's halls, we were like the Pooh gang, getting lost and finding our way, reaching for our goals, expecting to discover one thing, only to find something completely different, searching for our lost tales, trying to stop those wretched bees from hoarding our most precious and savory honey. Okay, maybe not that last one. Good afternoon, teachers, parents, administration, and the class of 2019. Today, we celebrate all that we've accomplished at Crestwood, while at the same time recognizing all that Crestwood has done for us. I first want to thank the class as well as the faculty for giving me this honor of speaking here today. I also want to thank administration for not giving this role to a grade 11 to prepare for next year. Now, having grown up reading Winnie the Pooh, I couldn't help but think back to it when I was asked to write this valedictorian address. Now I know what you're thinking. What does a somewhat obese, honey-loving, fictional bear have to do with graduation? And I'm going to be real with you. That's a perfectly reasonable thing to wonder. Please allow me to explain through a story. Now, though I have many, many memorable stories about my time at Crestwood, one stands out in particular: my first Crestwood basketball game. It may come as a surprise to some of you, but when it comes to basketball, I am no Kawhi Leonard. So there I was, a minuscule grade 7 student wearing stylish sports goggles and a jersey that was way too big. The crowd of mothers was roaring at an embarrassingly high level. Adrenaline was pumping, or it may have been the goggles that were too tight. And the team, made up of 6 grade 7s, was ready to go. As the game progressed, the scoreboard looked more and more depressing. First, we were down by 2 points, then 10, then 30. Our little hearts were sinking. I took a brief moment to look at our coaches, Miss Newton and Miss Chow, amidst the chaos, and was astonished that they were still beaming, as wide as they were at the beginning of the game. I looked into the sea of mothers, and they were bellowing as loudly as they had been when the game had just started. I was confused. We weren't winning, and CPC was so excited for us. Now, when CPC introduced an elite basketball program when I was in grade 10, I thought to myself, there's no way I'm going to win the team. But I tried out anyways, and I made it. There I was, at a staggering 5'2", playing basketball alongside girls who may one day play at the national level, and that's not all. Not only were these players playing alongside us average players, but they were passing us the ball as well, and cheering us on even when we messed up on the court. And though the scoreboard weighted much more in our favor, the Crestwood community supported us as they always have. This is what really sets Crestwood apart as an institution. In school, assumptions we were not based on our surface abilities. Rather, we were encouraged to explore uncharted territories, try out for new activities without needing to worry about the scoreboard. Like Pooh, who despite being a simple-minded bear, managed to claim his honey at the end of each story, all we needed was hard work and determination. As students, we were not pitted against each other for a piece of the pie. We made a bigger pie. At Crestwood, success is not a zero-sum game. Crestwood has always been a safe space for us to explore new passions and uncover our hidden potentials. One of my favorite characters in Winnie the Pooh is Christopher Robin, the child who Winnie the Pooh belongs to. In the story, Robin often offers wise advice to Pooh when he's in time of need, much like so many Crestwood teachers have done for us over our years here. None of our success would be possible if not for the teachers who helped us every step of the way. Teachers like Mr. Jull, who taught us that a little bit of kindness and compassion goes a long way, and to always eat healthy snacks. And like Madame Doherty, who taught us to never be afraid to make mistakes, even as we were butchering her beloved mother tongue. And Miss Wills, who promised tough love, but somehow ended up heavy on the love part. and Mr. Masters, who taught us about the darkest parts of history, all the while keeping us optimistic about tomorrow. I could go on and speak about each teacher, but I'm told that I only have 5 minutes, and besides Ms. Young, I will continue working on giving others a chance to speak. As we close the chapter on high school, we will embark on new journeys. No longer will we arrive at CPC each day to the sound of the ambient bell and get to engage with this community that feels like family. Come tomorrow, Miss Hand can't stop you from wearing your sweatpants, and you'll be able to use your cell phone as much as you want. And though many of us have joked that we can't wait to begin life after Crestwood, we still cherish the little things that have made up our time here. The familiar bi-weekly town halls, the overpriced lunches, the handshakes, the lunchtime locker banter. It's these things that we will both remember and miss next year. And now comes that part in the speech where I offer my parting advice to you all. Allow me to do so through the complex and meaningful characters of Winnie the Pooh. Like Pooh, always remember to not lose sight of your goal. Whether you want that job promotion or that gooey jar of honey, don't give up on your dreams and don't be afraid to look for alternative avenues of ways to achieve them. When Winnie the Pooh couldn't reach his honey that was way up in a tree, he mounted Christopher Robin's balloon and soared toward him and said, "Do not be discouraged if you cannot climb the tree. Your balloon might take you to the next big thing." Like Piglet, whose worrywart sidekick, approach life with curiosity and questions. Don't just take information at face value, contemplate your actions, and think about the effect of what you're doing. But unlike Piglet, don't let fear stop you from following your dreams, even if it means taking a calculated risk. Like Tigger, approach the next phase of your life with joy and jump off the wall excitement. Remember that though this chapter is new, and new is sometimes scary, it will be a time of growth and new beginnings, a time for you to explore new passions and meet people that you never would have met otherwise. And for my last Winnie the Pooh character, Eeyore, I know what you're probably thinking. What could Georgia possibly say about Eeyore that could ever be inspiring? He's a pessimistic and gloomy stuffed donkey who lives under a teepee-style house made of sticks. Well, the running gag with Eeyore is that his little home is always getting knocked over, forcing the gloomy old donkey to rebuild it time and time again. In life, there will be failures, there will be setbacks. At Crestwood, I've learned that life is not about the scoreboard, it's about how you play the game. Success and failure will not define you. How you live with that success and failure will. Just like Eeyore, do not be satisfied with a broken home. Rebuild it, no matter how many times it breaks. So don't be afraid of what others think or be limited by what you believe you cannot achieve. Just take it from the little fat bear who figured out a way to capture the jar of honey at the top of the tree. Or from Caitlin Balter, a student who came into Crestwood not being fond of English class, who is now saying goodbye to her own advice column in the school newspaper. Or Cindy Wong, a student who stayed motivated in her academic pursuit and who will surely be the next Frank Lloyd Wright of architecture. Or Sam and Sarah Dewey, students new to the theater who ended up co-directing a play at the Ontario National Theatre Festival. Or Will Megan, a guy who made it to OXA for swimming and didn't give up no matter how challenging it was. Or Will Jaquel Charles, who fought through multiple concussions and is now headed to play basketball at Concordia University. Or my sister Samantha, a student who was previously immune to co-curricular events, who hosted her first fashion show this year in support of the Roy Pejanowski Fund. Or take it from me, the 5'2" basketball player who learned to look beyond the scoreboard. So thank you. Thank you to all the staff at Crestwood for creating a school environment where we can soar without a fear of falling. For taking time out of your busy days to help us achieve our goals, whether it be in soccer, robotics, or chess. Thank you, teachers, for teaching us inside and outside the classroom. Thank you to all the parents, grandparents, siblings, and friends here today. Thank you for keeping us fed, keeping us alive, and supporting us throughout our time at Crestwood. And last, thank you to the grad class of 2019 for all the amazing memories. For the many inside jokes about our crazy time in grade 8 French with Madame St-Ange, the familiar morning coffee runs to Tim's, the usual question of when was that assignment due, the looking back on Spirit Point and wondering how we all survived in one piece. I know that we're all going to do amazing things in this world, but on the way, don't forget the lessons that you've learned here at Crestwood, that dreams have no glass ceiling, that failure is not a bad word, to celebrate our differences and cheer each other on, to always try out for the team we want to join, the job we want to get, or the person we want to be, and above all, that life like CPC is not a zero-sum game. In cliche, valedictorian fashion, I'm going to end with a quote that encompasses how I feel about ending my decade-long journey at Crestwood. As lyricist and philosopher Winnie the Pooh once said, "How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard." Thank you.
Thank you, Georgia. That was amazing. I would now call upon Mr. Pagano, headmaster of Crestwood Preparatory College, to hand out the graduation certificates, and to Ms. Hahn and Mr. Mix to read the names of our graduates and to tell you a little bit about their plans going forward.
Our first graduate is Robert Alschuler. Robert will be attending Huron University College at Western, where he'll be studying management and organizational studies. Angelina Audette. Angelina is an Ontario scholar. She will be attending the University of Toronto for social sciences. Reza Bagar Najad. Next year, Reza will be attending McGill University, studying arts, where he will also be playing for the McGill football team on a full athletic scholarship. Dylan Bejna. Dylan is an Ontario scholar. He'll be attending McMaster University for the Life Sciences Gateway program. He is also a recipient of the McMaster Honor Award Scholarship. Caitlin Balter. Caitlin is an Ontario scholar. She'll be attending Brock University next year to study the integrated stream concurrent education for junior intermediate. Caitlin is also a recipient of the Brock Scholars Award. Samuel Bates. Sam is an Ontario scholar, and next year will be attending Wilfrid Laurier University for data science. Parsa Bandar Sahabi. Parsa will be attending the University of Toronto, where he'll be studying civil engineering. He is an Ontario scholar, a recipient of the University of Toronto Faculty of Applied Science and Engineering Scholarship, as well as the University of Toronto Civil Engineering Scholarship. Luke Buchanan. Luke is an Ontario scholar, and next year he'll be attending the University of Toronto, Mississauga for life sciences. William Jackal Charles. Will is an Ontario scholar. He'll be attending Concordia University next year, majoring in accountancy and commerce. He is attending to play for the Concordia Stingers men's basketball team, where he'll be on a full athletic and academic scholarship. Michael Di Battista. Michael is an Ontario scholar. Next year he'll be attending York University, where he'll be studying business administration at the Schulich School of Business. He's also the recipient of the York University Entrance Scholarship and the York University Student Life Award. Sophia DeCuya. Sophia is an Ontario scholar. Next year she'll be attending Ryerson University, where she'll be studying psychology, and she is the recipient of the Ryerson Entrance Scholarship. Angeline Dine. Celine will be attending Dalhousie University, where she'll be studying arts. Max Dolman. Max is an Ontario scholar. He has been accepted to St. Francis Xavier University for kinesiology, but he'll be deferring his offer for a year so he can go abroad and teach. Samuel Dewey. Sam will be attending Ontario Tech University, where he'll be studying manufacturing engineering. Sarah Dewey. Sarah will be attending Brock University, where she'll be studying honors kinesiology. Willa Easton. Willa is an Ontario scholar. Next year she'll be attending Huron University College at Western, where she'll be studying arts, and is a recipient of a Huron Entrance Scholarship. Jonah Eichler. Jonah is an Ontario scholar and will be attending Wilfrid Laurier University to study computer science. Malik El-Feki. Kiki is an Ontario scholar and will be attending Ryerson University for creative industries. Alexander Fallows. Alex will be attending University of King's College for the foundation year program. Yuka Fan. Yuka is an Ontario scholar and next year will be attending the University of Michigan, where she'll be studying in the College of Literature, Science, and the Arts. Georgia Gardner. Georgia is an Ontario scholar. She'll be attending Queen's University for arts next year. She is also the recipient of the very esteemed Queen's Chancellor Scholarship. Samantha Gardner. Samantha is an Ontario scholar, and next year she'll be attending the Savannah College of Art and Design for Fashion Management. She is also the recipient of an Artistic Incentive and Academic Achievement Scholarship. Peter Galdor. Peter is an Ontario scholar and will be attending Queen's University for computing. Alexa Gibson. Alexa is an Ontario scholar. She'll be attending the University of Ottawa to study criminology. She will also be playing for the Ottawa GG's women's hockey team as a goalie and is on an academic and athletic full ride scholarship. Joe Hannon. Joe is an Ontario scholar. Will be attending Queen's University for Sciences. Vanessa Fee. Vanessa is an Ontario scholar. She'll be attending Wilfrid Laurier University, where she'll be studying the dual degree Business Administration and Mathematics program in conjunction with the University of Waterloo. She is also a recipient of the President's Gold Scholarship. Gabriel Gerson. Gabe will be attending Centennial College, where he'll be studying motive power technician. Julio Rolando Tagawa. Next year, Joel will be returning to Brazil with his pursuit of basketball. Yoshi Ishikawa. Yoshi is an Ontario scholar. She'll be going to the State University of New York Fashion Institute of Technology to study fashion business management. William G. William is an Ontario Scholar and will be attending the University of Toronto for Computer Science. Russell Kaufman. Russell is an Ontario Scholar. He'll be attending Huron University College at Western to study Management and Organizational Studies. He's also the recipient of the Huron Entrance Scholarship. Katrina Lane. Katrina is an Ontario Scholar. She'll be attending the University of Toronto to study at Rotman Commerce. Jordana Lax. Jordy is an Ontario Scholar. She'll be attending Brescia University College at Western to study social sciences. She is also a recipient of the Brescia Entrance Scholarship and the Brescia Social Science Program Award. Noah Lerner. Noah is an Ontario Scholar and will be attending Huron University College at Western to study Management and Organizational Studies. Jessica Levitt. Jess is an Ontario Scholar. She'll be attending Wilfrid Laurier University to study Honours Arts. Edward Lee. Edward is an Ontario Scholar and will be attending the University of Toronto to study Life Sciences. Jenny Lee. Jenny is an Ontario Scholar. She'll be attending the University of Waterloo for Mathematics, Financial Analysis, and Risk Management. Sally Lee. Sally will be attending Dickinson College to study business. Sally is also an Ontario Scholar. Ashley Lindan. Ashley is an Ontario Scholar and will be attending McGill University to study arts. Jimmy Liu. Jimmy is an Ontario Scholar. He'll be attending the Ontario College of Art and Design, or OCAD University, where he'll be studying industrial design. I'm now going to turn it over to my colleague, Mr. Jeffnitz, who will continue with the rest of the class.
It's my privilege to introduce the next group of grads to you all, starting with Maggie Ma. Maggie is an Ontario Scholar, and next year she hopes to attend the University of Western Australia to study anatomy and human biology. William McGann. William is a recipient of the Army ROTC Scholarship, and next year will be attending the University of Kentucky, studying engineering. Sydney Major. Next year, Sydney will be on a gap year, but is hoping to join William and become a Wildcat at the University of Kentucky. Reese Malish. Reese is an Ontario Scholar and will be attending Huron College at Western University, studying Management and Organizational Studies. Lindsay McCullough. Lindsay is an Ontario Scholar and will be attending Queen's University next year studying arts. Audrey Malcolm. Audrey is an Ontario Scholar. Next year she'll be attending the University of Toronto, studying life sciences. Matthew Norellis. Matthew is an Ontario Scholar. Next year he'll be attending the University of Windsor in their fabulous acting program. Marina Nevinson. Marina is an Ontario Scholar. Next year she will be attending McMaster University to study life sciences. Jacob Newman. Next year, Jacob will be at Wilfrid Laurier University to study biochemistry and biotechnology. Luis Pacheco. Luis has just returned from Puerto Rico, where he will be playing for the Puerto Rican Olympic team in basketball, and next year will be somewhere playing basketball in the United States. Evelyn Lee. Evelyn is an Ontario Scholar and will be attending the University of Toronto Scarborough campus next year, studying management. Gregory Kwan. Gregory is an Ontario Scholar. He'll be attending the University of Toronto Scarborough, studying co-op management, where he's also received an entrance scholarship. Stephen Wren. Stephen is an Ontario Scholar. Will be attending the University of Toronto, studying physical and mathematical sciences. Eleanor Chanel. Eleanor is an Ontario Scholar. She will be attending the University of Toronto next year, where she will study social sciences, and where she's also a recipient of an entrance scholarship. Zoe Shen. Zoe is an Ontario Scholar. Next year she will be attending New York University, where she will study economics and mathematics. Julian Silver. Next year, Julian will be at Wilfrid Laurier University, studying communications studies. Ashraf Shadua. Ashraf will be somewhere playing basketball next year. Alex Wong. Alex is an Ontario Scholar. He'll be attending the University of Waterloo, where he will take computer engineering in their co-op program. Cindy Wong. Cindy is an Ontario Scholar, and next year she'll be at the University of Toronto, where she will take architectural studies and where she's also received an entrance scholarship. Jennifer Wong. Jennifer is an Ontario Scholar, and she'll be attending Western University next year to study Media, Information, and Technology. Chloe Wu. Chloe is an Ontario Scholar. She'll be attending the University of Toronto next year to study Life Sciences, and where she has also received an entrance scholarship. Andy Yang. Andy is an Ontario Scholar. He'll be at the University of Toronto, Mississauga next year, where he will study commerce. Claire Zhang. Claire is an Ontario Scholar. She will be at the University of Waterloo next year, where she will study mathematics, and where she is also a recipient of an entrance scholarship. Hao Zhang. Hao is an Ontario Scholar. He will also be at the University of Waterloo next year to pursue a dual degree in both business administration and mathematics. Michael Zhang. Michael is an Ontario Scholar. He will be attending Queen's University next year in the direct entry Electrical and Computer Engineering program. Nari Zhang. Nari is an Ontario Scholar, and next year she will be attending the University of Alberta, where she will study Environmental and Conservation Sciences. Vicky Zhang. Vicky is an Ontario Scholar, and next year she will be at McGill University studying Physical, Math, and Computer Sciences. Vincent Zhang. Vincent is an Ontario Scholar. He will be attending the University of Toronto next year, where he will study mechanical engineering. Yale Zhang. Yale is an Ontario Scholar. He will be at the University of Toronto next year to study industrial engineering. Yichen Zhang. An Ontario Scholar. He will be at the University of Toronto next year taking architectural studies. Mark Zhao. Mark is an Ontario Scholar, and he will be at the University of Toronto next year studying computer science. Marta Zumakara. Marta is an Ontario Scholar, and next year she will be attending the University of New South Wales in Australia, where she will study Honors Engineering and Commerce. Please join me in congratulating the class of 2019.
Thank you, everyone. At this point, we now have some special awards we'd like to present. To present our first special award, I'll call upon Mr. Begowan. This This award is the Olivia Wise Premier War Award. The award is voted upon by the students and is presented to an individual who leads with love and inspiration. Two characteristics of the late Olivia Wise, who lost her battle with brain cancer in 2013. Before her passing, Olivia fought this terrible condition with a smile on her face, great optimism, while continuing as a student here at Crestwood in grade 10 and 11. This year's recipients are Caitlin Balter and Marina Nevison. The University of Toronto National Book Award is presented by the University of Toronto in recognition of an individual with exceptional abilities, both personal and academic, in the eyes of the school and of the university. To present this award will be Mr. Mitz. And this year's recipient, Georgia Gardner. Ms. Fong will present the Lieutenant Governor's Community Volunteer Award for students. The award goes annually to a graduating grade 12 student for exemplary community contributions and outstanding achievement through volunteer activities. The recipient this year, Cindy Wong. Present the Colin Hood Officer Sport Award to call upon Ms. Newton. This award is presented by the Ontario Federation of School Athletic Associations to a graduating grade 12 male and female whose academic achievements are above average, who participated on a minimum of 3 different sports and a minimum of 6 different teams during their high school career, and who are leaders in the area of athletics at the school and in their communities. This year's recipients are Alexa Gibson and Michael DiBattista. The Bob Thomas Award, presented by Mr. Pagano. The faculty selects this award annually to a grade 12 student who daily demonstrates the traits of honesty, integrity, kindness, consideration, and dedication, as well as a sense of community and involvement at the school. These were all qualities evident in late Bob Thomas, a faculty member of Crestwood College. This year's recipient, Willa Easton. The Crestwood Spirit Award is chosen by the graduating class and presented annually to a grade 12 student who embodies the spirit of a Crestwood student. To present this award, I call upon Ms. Newton. And this year's recipient, Reese Malish. present the Crestwood Preparatory College Honor Award, Mr. Heacock. This award goes to the individual graduating student with the highest academic average in his or her grade 12 year at Crestwood. And congratulations to Eleanor Shimon. Mr. Begana will present our next award. It's the Governor General's Academic Medal. This award is presented to the graduating grade 12 student with the highest average in all of their grade 11 and 12 courses. This year with an amazing average of 96.4 in all of her grade 11 and 12s, Cindy Wong. I'll now call upon some faculty members to present the Academic Achievement Award. This award is given to those students who have earned honor roll status in all 8 terms from grade 9 to 12 while at Crestwood Preparatory College. To present the first set of awards, Mr. Hawkins. And our first recipient, Angelina Audette. Dylan Bajnoff. Caitlin Walter. Michael DiBattista. Sophia DeCuria. Willa Easton. Now I'd like to call upon Ms. Milvaganum to present our next set. Our next recipient, Jonah Eichler. Georgia Gardner. Alexa Gibson. Yoshi Ishikawa. Russell Kaufman. Noah Lerner. Next, call upon Ms. Postnorth to present our next set of awards. Edward Lee. Jenny Lee. Sally Lee. Ashley Lynn Diamond. Lindsay McCullough. Audrey Malkamov. Next, call upon Mr. Scott to present our next set of awards. Marina Nevison. Gregory Kwan. Zoe Shen. Cindy Wong. And Jennifer Wong. Congratulations, everyone. Our final set of awards was introduced to Crestwood Preparatory College in 2016. It's the Crestwood Preparatory College Diploma, and it recognizes those individuals who will become well-rounded and involved individuals both at the school and in their community. To earn the diploma, students must complete additional community service hours each year, earn credits in all disciplines beyond the mandatory or required courses, participate in at least one co-curricular activity each year, and finally earn the Duke of Edinburgh Award at some point during their high school career. Mr. McGann was called an audible here, and he was going to present these, and he'd asked me to allow Corey Surmer to present these awards. And our first recipient, Caitlin Balter. Our next recipient, Sam Dewey. Sarah Dewey. Alexa Gibson. Noah Lerner. Jessica Levin. And Cindy Wong. Congratulations. At this time, I'll call upon Mr. Pagano, headmaster of Crestwood Preparatory College, to say a few words to our graduates.
Thanks, Mr. Santamero. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I had a brief conversation with a staff member yesterday while we were lined up to process for the grade 8 graduation. He said that I must have found it so gratifying on days like this. I think he thought I might actually have done something to put these pieces together. I have not. I am blessed that there are people around me who have made this kind of celebration, and I thank them all collectively. Once again, nice job. Thank you all. This grad group is part of a generation that has mastered more complex material than ever before. School has always been a challenge, if not for the material, then for the travel, the early morning dragging out of bed, the late nights trying to figure out test material, staying home to finish work when friends are partying elsewhere, hopefully friends from other schools, and getting totally stressed out over that dimwit who thinks social media is a license to assassinate character. And yet all this accomplishment, all this sacrifice, all this knowledge pales in comparison to what actually happened around here. As a result of innumerable forces and influences, one of them being Mother Nature herself, the others being the very valuable members of this community that are around you today, people who love you, taught you, and had your back. You grew up to be a confident, strong, articulate, decent, productive young man and young lady. These, more than any other attributes, will be your primary tools as you search for your spot in the vocational universe. If by your very nature you are accustomed to being kind and treating people with respect, you will become the person that will make this world better. As arcane as this sounds, the lack of such purpose in the next 20 or 30 years could be permanently devastating. Prepare yourselves to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. There are big problems ahead potentially, but they represent big opportunities as well. So with celebrations like this must come a reminder of your responsibilities. I know you are all capable of assuming them. Before you set out to change the world, however, you need to rest and take stock. Have a great summer. Enjoy time with your family. Solidify old friendships and make new ones. Know that we are all fortunate people in this room, and we will need to use the strength and assurances that brings those differences to us to help other people out. God bless you all. Thanks to all the parents and grandparents and friends here for this amazing celebration. Rest assured that your children have been well prepared. Keep in touch and let us know how things go. And one last appeal. Don't leave this gym tonight without thanking the people on this stage. You can do that again now, by the way. That would be very good. Thank you. So, good show. Thank you all. Congratulations. Please join us for refreshments and photographs after the processional. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Regano. As we draw close to the graduation ceremony, I'd like to draw your attention to the lovely prints surrounding the stage here. Each one of these plants has the name of a graduate on it. Graduates, these are a metaphor for you, and the commencement or beginning this symbolizes. They are also symbolic of the school and our logo. They need to be planted, fed, and nurtured by the sun. Please take yours home after the ceremony and plant it, and watch it grow and flourish, just like we have watched you grow and flourish here at Crestwood. A reminder to all of our graduates, following the ceremony, please feel free to take pictures in your gowns, but then please remember to go back to room 113 to take your gowns to get your real diploma. You're going to need that at some point. There are several groups of people I'd like to thank for making the ceremony possible tonight. To Mr. Fong and the students who joined us this evening. To the group of teachers who helped with the preparations for the ceremony, Mr. Chris Joe, Ms. Teresa Santomero, Ms. Sue Lyons, and Ms. Esther Lee. To the parent committee that helped decorate the gym for the ceremony, Heather Walter and Sharon Devison. Along with the volunteers that were here this morning, Megan Gibson and Marina Marangulian. And finally, everyone at Airmark back here who have prepared the food that we're going to enjoy shortly after the ceremony. Once again, congratulations to all our graduates, parents, family members, friends on the culmination of your high school career. Best wishes as you move on. Please remember, come back and visit. You'll always have a home here at Crestwood. Congratulations.